Okay, a quick tight 15 minutes today as we work on our break and build sections here again in our drum and bass tracks. Added a bit of a effects transition here. There really wasn't any effects transition from the drop into the break yesterday. We had this riser that then turns into sweep down, a few other things. And one thing that didn't get concluded in there, not sure why this isn't part of this. It's in here, play it. Does this. It's just a simple little patch here that's got some reverb on it. That's all we're doing, the same reverb that we're using for kind of everything else. Putting a lot of things through one reverb instead of having a bunch of separate reverbs, something we've been learning and getting better at. So yeah, in context, it'll sound like this. Let's try this stuff. We're moving somewhere, we're going somewhere else. All the rest of the break section is the same. The build section is a little bit different though than yesterday. One, we added this bass here, a new type of bass, which actually is the same type of bass we have up here, just with kind of different effects on it, just more in the kind of its static state. I need to put it up here with the basses. Actually, I have it, I remember I have it out from the basses right now because I didn't take the time to go automate. Actually, let me do this real fast. I'm gonna automate Shaperbox to turn off while not in the drum and bass section. The rhythm's different here, so I don't want it cutting out with the way that the bass drum does. So now that's done, I can put this back into here, and now it's in the basses, being controlled the same way the rest of them are. I also need to bypass Chroma Glow while we are here. Oh, this is on this tool. You know, now that I'm doing this, I'm starting to realize like maybe this is kind of a silly way to do this. I should probably have Chroma Glow on a bus and have everything kind of being sent to it, rather than having Chroma Glow be sitting in this basses header where all basses have to get Chroma Glowed the same way. I did that because I was trying to glue the basses together. So maybe I just pulled this one out of here, which is what I had beforehand, right? So anyways, I don't know, I'll make my life a little bit more difficult. Anyways, here's what it sounds like. I need to figure out what I want to do about the quantization over here. I really like the way it kind of sits in the pocket on some notes, and then other notes it sounds a little bit sloppy. So maybe I go and like quantize just the sloppy notes, kind of like split the difference there. But yeah, I like the way that that bass kind of like adds a rhythm on the bottom, and I think it goes really well with this instrument here. Which this is the thing I spent the majority of the time today working on, was just putting this Shaperbox on here and kind of putting this in, experimenting with a few different shapes, experimenting with how smooth I wanted this to be. Learning also about like the volume here, like why is this in the middle like this? I want this to be going from 100 to 0, and that's what it's doing right now. It's actually going from 100 to 0. If I pull this up here, it like basically pulls up the threshold, and if I pull this down, it pulls down the top. And so if you put it at 50, it's like right there in the middle where it's got the full spectrum. So that was a pretty cool thing. Also, really awesome. I don't know if I'm ever going to use a tremolo. Again, there will be times when a tremolo makes sense, but especially for the ease of use, having to draw this out like this was a little bit annoying. But I could have made this a shorter path and not had to have drawn this out as aggressively. But the fact that I can make this just affect the top end, when you put this to the whole sound here, it's so aggressive in the way it eats away at that shape, where there's a lot of low end happening here that I do like. That's such a like drastic shaping tool. So I love being able to kind of put a tremolo just on the high end, and which reins in a lot of that reverb that's just kind of aggressively muddying things up there. So that was the main thing I did today, was learn a little bit more about Shaperbox, add a new bass in here, and add some more sounds down at the bottom. That's all we got done today. I'm gonna go watch some Irish music. Maybe I'll film that and put that in at this part of the video here. And yeah, that's all we got done today. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow.